Hello, programmers and future wizards of the world. Mr. Lang here, and I want to take this video to show you what resource we're going to use to write our code, run our code, and then share that code with me. So stick with me through this video because I need to show you from the beginning to the end, again, how to share that. It's going to be very important for you. So Codesandbox is what I'm going to ask you guys to use. And I know the directions may say, hey, use Python anywhere. Use JuiceMine. I mean, there's a lot of resources out there. I've used Codesandbox. It's tried through and through. It works great. I never have any issues with it. It's always up and running. Knock on wood. It has been in the past, so hopefully it will be in the future as well. But it works great. So Codesandbox, how do you get there? Well, it's a quick Google search. If you go to Google, type in Codesandbox, it should be one of the first ones here. There might be other things that pop up, but just make sure it's kind of looks familiar to this. When you click on it, it will bring you to something that looks like this. So sign into Codesandbox or whatever. We're going to log in with Google. And so I really suggest, I'm logged in with my Gull Lake School account here. I suggest you to be logged into your Gull Lake account as well, and then sign in with Google. All right, so now that I'm here, I've already signed up. You may get one of those. Well, what Google account do you want to use? You'll just have to click on a couple things to get through the process. Eventually, this is kind of my dashboard, if you will. And I'll show you how to get back to this when you need to later on. But this are my drafts. These are the things that I have worked on throughout the past to, just start learning how to code and share my code with people and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to ask us to do. So in the upper right hand corner, it's as simple as, I need to create a new Python environment. So I'm going to choose create. And then I get all sorts of options. So if you want to learn how to use other languages and follow some YouTube tutorials, please be a programmer. Learn different languages. It's so important. But in our class, we're going to be working with Python. So I'm going to click Python. If you don't see Python here, you can definitely search for Python. But I use it all the time. That's why it's here. It's very popular. So I'm going to choose Python. Now, it's going to come up with some fun names for your Python file. I can't even pronounce that. Xenodokiel Corey. All right, we would want to change the name. Let's say we're working on Unit 2 Wizards. All right, give me a name. What unit are we working on? What assignment are we working on? And all that good stuff. And I need to make sure I spell wizards right. All right, so here we are. Give it a name. Now, visibility. This is going to be important. I need to be public so I can view it. All right, that's going to be very important. Now, they have other things for folders and VM specs. I'm just going to use the default information there. If you ever want to Google those and find out more about what those might do and mean, by all means, you're more than welcome to. And I'm going to go ahead and choose create my dev box. And we're going to take a second for it to load. Depending on your download speeds, depending on your internet, stuff like that, it may take a little bit longer, but it shouldn't take too long. All right, so here is loads up my IDE. It stands for an integrated development environment. Integrated, two things in one. I can write my code and I can execute or run my code. All right, so I like to set mine up. So first it comes up with a README file. Maybe you have read README files before. I want to go over here on the left and I want to choose the main Python file. It's got the little Python logo right there. This new dev tool, I'm going to go ahead and close that. If you want to leave it open to see what that can do, great. Here is what is going to print out when I actually run it. And you can see it says, hello, Codesandbox, exactly what is in this print function here. And I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger by holding my Control plus down and increase it to about 150%. So again, I ran this code by hitting play. It runs down in the terminal down here. Don't worry about so much of this. This is just the name of the file, what Python version we're using and stuff like this. And then when you see this, it lets me know, hey, it ran it successfully and it printed out hello Codesandbox, just like I asked it to do. Wizards, right? So what if I change this to say hello Codesandbox to hello Wizards, if I can spell wizards right this time, and I want to run this again? Great. But what you're going to see is it also had that previous running of my code as well, but now it says hello wizards. If you ever want to clear your terminal, it's called, you can click the three dots and choose clear terminal. And now if you ran it again, it would just say hello wizards. All right. What if you needed a new print function and you typed in print and you have an upper parentheses and that there. Hold on one second. I'm going to go ahead and my alarm went off to reminding me to do something. So we'll get to that later. And I say, hello, programmers. All right. And I ran that again. You will notice again that it prints hello wizards, hello programmers, but it does have the previous one as well. If I ever wanted to clear that, it's as simple as clearing the terminal. And now it prints my two print functions that I asked it to print. Great. Now you need to share it. You've got your code going. It's awesome. And now you need to turn that in. It's as simple as going to share. Almost as simple. You want to make sure, again, now we set this up when we first started it. You want to make sure this still says public. Everybody has access. You're not going to put in my email or anything here. You are simply going to go down to this code right here and choose copy. All right. That's going to be important. Oh, you know what? One other thing I forgot. You may want to choose this to editor. All right. So that way I can make any edits and give any feedback as well. So that's going to be important. My apologies. I forgot that. So I'm going to go ahead now and choose copy. All right. Now that I've copied it, really I have this URL. I'm going to actually go to a guest profile and I'm going to paste that in. And now it's going to load this up just like if you were turning this in. Yeah, I'll accept the cookies. All right. And I would go to the main Python and now I can see things and I can offer suggestions. Maybe I throw a hashtag in here for my single line comment. Oh, the reason why I'm in a guest, I would have to sign in. But if I was in my Gull Lake account, I would be able to sign in and give you suggestions and stuff like that. That's really cool. That's why you want to make sure you chose that option that I just did to allow me to edit it. But I would be able to run this code and see it in the terminal. Again, Codesandbox is the ticket. So again, that's my guest window. If you ever want to go back, I'm going to go ahead and click off of that and I'm going to bring this down a skosh. All right. If you ever want to go back to your dashboard to see where all your programs are, it's as simple as clicking that down arrow by their logo and choose dashboard. And that brings me back to, and there it is, my Unit 2 wizards. It was created by me 4 minutes ago, and I could easily get back into that. That's going to be under your drafts and stuff like that to get back to you redoing and working on your code a little bit more and editing things to it and adding things to it and just being amazing wizards of programming. So I know this was a little bit lengthier of a video. What I'm at about 8 minutes now looking at my OBS software recording this, but this is going to be critical for us as programmers and wizards. This is a great resource to keep all your programs. I mean, to show off all the cool stuff that you can do and learn from. So thank you very much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for being my students. And hey, let your friends know, hey, you should take this programming class with Mr. Lang. It's pretty cool, and he's a pretty cool dude. All right. Have a great one, you guys. Bye.